Hey, this is Jimbo for Two Shots on a Barrel, and I'm hanging out with my buddy J-Bo.
What's going on, buddy?
Well, listen, I figured it was time that we tell everybody how much we appreciate you guys listening to Two Shots on a Barrel. We would appreciate also, J-Bo, if they would go out and review the show, give us some good constructive criticism. But honestly, J-Bo, we like 5 stars and just really good comments.
That's right. And if you could avoid doing it when you're really drunk, that would be a very helpful situation. You left a review for me on a page, and obviously you were 10 past where you should have been leaving that review. But yeah, just even if you have to lie, talk good about us, please.
Absolutely. We're available on all kinds of podcast platforms, including iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. You name it, we are out there. The other thing, J-Bo, is we would love to hear from you. If you know somebody that would love to be on the show, you can always reach out to us, J-Bo. Tell them how.
That's right. We have an email, and we've had it for about a year now, but we keep forgetting to tell you we have it. It's 2shotspodcastshow@gmail.com. That's the number 2shotspodcastshow@gmail.com. Please send us an email.
And I think the cool thing to tell everybody too, J-Bo, is we're very active out on social media. We've got a Two Shots on a Barrel group page on Facebook. You're also a TikTok guy. I didn't realize you were a TikTok guy. We actually do TikTok, Instagram, and all kinds of
we're on everything. We're on everything. We're not really good at it, but we're on there. So get on there, laugh at our TikToks, and I'm sure I'll get Jim on a TikTok here before long.
All it takes is for one to go viral, J-Bo, and as crazy stupid as you are, it's probably going to happen.
It's going to happen. Either I'm going to get frostbit doing these TikToks, or we're going to have them go viral.
So we're excited about Two Shots. We are broadcasting out of our studios here in Main Street, Bourbon Country. It's a state-of-the-art studios where we're going to have many, many guests and many, many shows for you to listen to.
That's right. We're right here in the Pearl of Lebanon. Lebanon Health and Fitness in downtown Lebanon, Kentucky, just sideways of Rigetti's restaurant.
Make sure when you are on the Bourbon Trail, if you're staying in Marion County in Lebanon, make sure you come by. They have a state-of-the-art fitness center. It's really a all-inclusive center for whether you're men, women. They've got a place that your kids, if you're coming in for the Bourbon Trail with your kids, I have no reason to understand why you would be doing that. But in case you are, they can do it all right here at Lebanon Health and Fitness.
If you're only going to be here a day, they have $7 one-day fees to come in and work out all day long.
Yeah, so
can't beat it.
Anyways, with that said, we appreciate you listening to our shows, and without further ado, it's Two Shots on a Barrel.
Two old boys ain't much for working. 2 shots on a barrel, and they're talking about bourbon. Talking about a few other things that they don't know. If you've got a question, no need to ask. They don't have a clue, so raise your glass. Take a sip with the Bowl Brothers. Now it's on with the show. From the heart of central Kentucky, the bourbon capital of the world, it's Two Shots on a Barrel with your host, a couple of hot shots of their own, the Bowl Brothers.
It is the Bow Brothers, and J-Bo, we're kind of making a habit of this thing.
Again, getting back in the groove, finally.
Yeah.
Man, what's that smell? It smells like Cuban cigars in here.
I believe it is Cuban cigars in here.
Lisa Kearns from Exit Realty hooked us up with some baby Cubans.
Lisa, our dear friend and sponsor and co-owner of Two Shots on a Barrel. We ought to have her on
She's a
on the
third
show.
shot.
Third shot.
That's right. That's right.
3 shots on a barrel. So, J-Bo, I assume you've had a great week.
It's been busy, man. I'm continuing the hunt for the great buck, and
I thought you were going to say the great pumpkin or something.
Well, that's past. We found the great pumpkin this year, but we have not found a deer yet, so it's getting a little frustrating. But you know what? It's all about the experience, getting out in the woods, enjoying the wildlife. It's not always necessarily about getting the big buck.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So right. I thought you were going to contract Grace Farmer.
I need to. That's like my. I'm going to call her Grace. If you're listening, I need your help.
Yeah, you told me, and if you want she has history with big bucks.
Big bucks.
And so I think she could hook you guys up.
I hope so, man. We got to do something.
All right, so a lot of things going on before we get into today's show. And I got to tell you, we were talking to today's guest, and, man, I'm ready for this one.
He's a good dude.
I'm ready. You talking about a story to tell. Our guest today has definitely got a story to tell. Before we get to that, though, shout out to Two Shots, the Bow Brothers' favorite fan ever, J-Bo.
Yes. She is so sweet, and we got her in trouble. We got this little lady in trouble. I'm not sure how old she is. She's taller than I am, and I think she's like in third grade.
I mean, I'm guessing third, fourth grade, something like that.
Right. So she went to school on Spirit Day, and she wore her favorite shirt from her favorite show, Two Shots on the Barrel. I don't know if she's ever listened to our show once, but we're good buddies. And they called her mom and dad and said, you need to come get this shirt off her and put a different shirt on because it represents bourbon. Shame.
All right, so truth disclosure, though, we have two shirts. We are now on to our third, which we haven't officially released. We will do that soon. But our first shirt was basically everything Kentucky, right? And began bourbon, barrels, the Bow Brothers, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then our second shirt was a little more risque, as it featured Cornbread Mafia, because at that time we were doing a lot of shows with the Cornbread Mafia. So I'm curious, wonder which shirt she wore.
It don't matter. It just took one person. These kids don't know what any of that is. That was her favorite shirt, and that's all that really mattered. But what we did, we went and
I could see a shirt with, like, the marijuana leaf probably not being kosher at Calvary Elementary.
Look, man, it was hemp. It wasn't marijuana.
Okay.
Come on, there's a big difference.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what the Cornbread Mafia guys were arrested for, growing hemp.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, regardless, J-Bo, kudos to you because you hooked our number one fan up.
Yes. I went and bought her a Calvary shirt and put on the back of it the Bow Brothers' biggest fan. Got her a nice sweater so when she goes out when it's cold. Bow Brothers' biggest fan. Got her a tumbler with her podcast plastered all over it.
No, did you really do that?
Put it all in a camo bag for her. So
by the way, you had told me to get a bag together with all kinds of good.
Yeah.
I've got that for you, so you can hand deliver that to our number one fan as well. So, kudos. Shout out to Layla.
That's right.
Layla Spalding.
Now, look, if the teacher's listening, if you would like a shirt, I'll get one for you as well that says not their biggest fan.
Maybe that was the problem. She was jealous that we didn't give her a shirt.
Probably what it was.
Hey, I'll take a Calvary shirt. God's land right there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is.
Beautiful.
It is. All right. Next thing I want to talk about, J-Bo. This is cool. My cousin Eric Reed, which is one freaking cool dude. You would love him. Man, he is who I want to be when I'm not a banker someday. Tied it all up, goatee, like down to my belly button. He is my hero. So anyways, he's a good dude. He's got a heart of gold. He sent me out a message that he was hoping that we could get out on our two-shot show. And he was talking to his buddies, and they said, who is it? Does anybody know these guys with two shots? Is there any way that somebody can get with them so they can get the word out for us? And there he goes, I know somebody.
Yeah.
I know somebody. So this is a cool thing. The Bardstown Animal Rescue, I believe it's over in Bardstown, if I'm not mistaken. They are doing truly just an incredible, unique opportunity. They're calling this a barrel of Heaven Hill bottled in bond. Check this out. One lucky first place winner and up to 7 friends will join Master Distiller Connor O'Driscoll with Heaven Hill for a fun and educational private barrel selection. They'll have a bourbon tasting of 7-year-old Heaven Hill bottled in bond barrels pulled from various floors of rickhouses. Then they'll pick your favorite. You'll have it bottled, 100 proof, with your own unique customized label.
Nice.
How cool is that? Once it's bottled, you'll pick up your bottles in the empty barrel at Heaven Hill Bourbon Experience. You can get your tickets. They're only going to have 1,500. They're selling 1,500. It's $100 each. 1,500. They're having the drawing 2 p.m. on December 16th at Bardstown Animal Rescue. J-Bo, we need to win that barrel.
Yeah, because we don't have enough bourbon in the studio already.
We have 0 bourbon in the studio that's got our damn name on it.
That's true.
Can you imagine a 2-shot on a barrel, Heaven Hill bottled in bond?
I can see it now. 200 bottles sitting right here.
Can you imagine how valuable that would be, J-Bo?
It's going to be a big prize. I think it's a great fundraiser, and everybody should fork over $100. Get in this thing.
All right, so we got that out on our Facebook page. If you're not a part of our Facebook page, you need to get out there and get on it. We've shared that on our page. All you got to do is do the little scanny thing, and you can enter it, dish out your dough, and we're good to go. J-Bo, no further ado, baby.
Oh, my gosh. We've been waiting a long time for this. Long time. Are you ready?
Hell yeah, I'm ready.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, that was your cue, J-Bo.
No, that was your cue.
Damn it, I've been talking the whole time. It's your cue.
I'm smoking Cuban cigars, having a great time over here. I want you to do it, man. You bring this guy in. He's a legend.
All right, he is a legend. I got to tell you, this guy right here, we've had on the show before because this fella and his business partner gave 2 shots a home. And they gave us a cool freaking home. They gave us a deal that is incredible. They have been nothing but accommodating from the get-go the whole time we've been here. We had them together as business partners. Dallas Robinson, Shawn Woodyard, the business partners, the entrepreneurs. We've told the story of Dallas Robinson in a separate podcast today. We welcome in our buddy, Shawn Woodyard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it seems like I keep doing this. I keep going after Dallas, and I told him this when we was getting ready to get the business. So when we got a loan for the bank and was going there, the banker wanted to know a little bit of our history. So we had to send an email of our history. Mm-hmm. Dallas had to send his first. Here it is, veteran, Olympian, D1 athlete.
Yeah, sure.
Like, Dallas,
come on, man.
could you just let me go first?
Yeah.
And then here we are. I'm after him again. But no, I really am thankful to be able to come on the show. I'm glad y'all got in here, and y'all have it amazing in here. And I've said this before. When I send people, I say, we got a studio in the building.
Yeah.
Like, what? I was like, and everybody kind of shakes it off until they see a video of, a walkthrough of them. They're like, oh my goodness, y'all got a studio in there.
We appreciate it, man. It's what we needed, and you all stepped up and hooked us up.
Absolutely.
Man, so
Absolutely. Couldn't thank you enough. Woodyard, man. Dude, when we did the show with you in Dallas, I can't remember if it was on the show or after the show, but we were talking about doing individual shows, one with Dallas, one with you, and you're like, dude, man, you don't understand what kind of story I have to tell. You don't understand. And so we were talking before we went on today, and dude, you were just like in 5 minutes time talking about stuff that I'm like, holy shit, I got to hear more.
Yes.
It's incredible. It's an incredible story. We put the promo out on the 2 Shots page. I sent it to you. It's like, I want to make sure Woodyard is cool with it. And I put on the storyline, it's a story of redemption. I think it's appropriate. But when we look over the course of the next hour or so and talk about you, dude, there were so many reasons for you to not be where you are today, and yet here you sit, a business owner, an important part of the bourbon industry at Kentucky Cooperage, a dad, all kinds of reasons, though, why that maybe never could have happened. And here's the deal, J-Bo, and as we get into this, man, people that say, I'm stuck, I can't do this, I can't do that, I went too far down the wrong path. This guy, if you listen to the story today, you don't have any excuses.
None.
So, Woodyard, tell us, just kind of in a nutshell, where you were born, just kind of walk me through a little bit of the broad side of how you were as a kid.
I mean, in a nutshell, I'm truly, truly blessed. In a nutshell, I can't really go into a lot of my childhood, but to to be where I'm at now. Like I understand. Like I used to use excuses continuously, and I could see that I was never going nowhere. And and I work with a lot of guys. I manage, and I say manage, but really we're a team. It's like 60 guys, and I always tell them all the time. I was like, man, y'all have got to quit making these excuses. And I see a lot of the direction they're at, and I'm like, man, just if you knew where you were, if I could just tell you where you really are right now. Like I think a lot of people just don't realize where they truly are. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking, they're looking at all the negative, all the bad things, and they're just like, they don't realize where they truly are. Like, man, you're further off better than you really understand. I grew up moving back and forth from Ohio to Kentucky.
So you were telling you were born in Ohio.
Yes, I was born in Piqua, Ohio, and we moved back and forth. I was 2 weeks old. I don't care to say. When I was 2 weeks old, this is the story my mom told me and my grandma, which I found out my stepdad at the time was not my real dad. We thought was my real dad. So my real dad had died when I was 2 weeks old, and he had hung himself in jail. And that's another story I'd rather not get into.
Right,
but,
right.
He, I didn't know him, so it doesn't matter to me anymore. But they told me that, I met him one time. That was at his funeral. And then after that, Mom kind of, she left school when she was in 9th grade. She had a kid. And you imagine a woman with a child at 16, no education.
Yeah. No
family helping her, by the way, because my grandma was never in her life. I don't even know. I've seen her a couple times, so I don't know her. So Mom, and maybe I'm a little harder on her today now than I should be, but Mom did everything she could to raise me and to move me and to just survive. So we'd go back and forth to Ohio to Kentucky, and she met my stepfather when I was 2 years old. She had 3 more kids with them. I have 3 siblings that live in, I have actually one that lives here in Lebanon now, and I moved him here. And then my sisters that live in Danville.
Shout out to your brother.
Yep. My brother works at Kentucky Cooperage.
There you go. There you go.
So we moved back and forth, and then I got up an age of 12 years old. I remember my mom and my stepdad saying, we're going to move to Kentucky for good. That's what we're going to do.
So let me ask you a question. Was your mom originally from Kentucky or
Ohio?
She actually
was. Owington, Kentucky.
Owington is, so geographically, what part of Kentucky?
It's around Frankfort.
Okay.
And around Frankfort, and we don't really know. I guess just wasn't, kind of like me growing up. She didn't have a whole lot.
Right.
So, and then we moved to back and forth. Like I said, we moved back from Kentucky level, and then or Kentucky and Ohio. And then when I was 12, my stepdad's like, "We're moving to Kentucky." So that's what we did. We moved down here to Kentucky, and then it wasn't about. We moved to Danville and projects in Danville with my aunt, and they actually live here now. I was 12, and I got a phone call. I remember I was at the house. Mom was working at a gas station right down the road, and there was a phone call saying, "Hey, you said your dad. Your dad just is in the hospital." And I remember, 12 years old, I ran. It was about 2 miles. I never ran in my life. I ran 2 miles to my mom to the gas station. Never stopped. Said, "Dad's in the hospital." So she got in a car and went to the hospital, and I ran back to the apartment. And I remember Mom coming back and telling me they'd been gone for hours, and everybody's like, "What's going on?" I remember Mom come back and tell me, said, "Your dad's no longer going to be here."
Oh man!
And that's really the only guy I knew was my dad.
Right.
He might have drank a lot, and
he was your dad.
He was my dad.
Yeah.
And so Mom did everything she could to try to raise us. I remember we moved to Perryville. I went to Bate, and then I went to Boyle, and then at 14 years old, she met a guy in Lebanon, and we moved to Brookhaven Trailer Court. I remember I was 14 years old, and actually it was a decent little trailer, and we lived there, and I lived there until I was 18, and that's when I kind of started meeting people that kind of like guys, male figures that actually I could look up to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember Coach G. I remember you said you.
Oh, absolutely.
Coach Griffiths.
Heck yeah, Mike Griffiths.
Yes, Mike Griffiths and Sergeant Major Sininger. They kind of told me because I got in trouble throughout school, and got sent off when I was 16. And I came back. I remember Sergeant Major pulled me and said, "Boy, if you want to fucking stay here," and he cut. I'm sorry. For
No. Listen,
and he did
shoot for it.
He did cuss. We was in high school, and he said, "You want to stay in ROTC?" And actually, I felt like I belonged in ROTC. It was like a group. You know, I know it probably wasn't the coolest thing for you high school kids out there. I know y'all think it wasn't the coolest thing. Everybody's wearing these green uniforms, but we did get to go out on weekends, rappel, and do things like that. And y'all was hating it. But he said, "If you want to stay in ROTC, you're going to graduate. If you get back in that ISD trailer, boy, you're out of here. I'm not playing with your damn ass." And that's exactly what he said to me.
Right.
Coach G told me, and Coach G took me on my weight. I was probably, I might have been about 100 pounds soaking wet. And I took his weightlifting class. He said, "I'm going to put some weight on you. You need to play football." It's my junior year. I said, "I've never played football ever in my life." He said, "Oh, you're going to play this year." So I got into playing football my junior year, and I was the smallest kid on the team. And I remember Joe Darrell Wise and all of them. They just abused us in practice. Made us big men is what it said. So that made me kind of had. I finally had people in my life that, male figures in my life that meant something to me. So I graduated high school and.
So before we get to that, what kind of things did you do as a kid? 14, 15 years old, you mentioned getting sent off. I mean, was it just like...
I was not good. I mean, you got to think, we didn't have nothing. We, I look at my kids now, and we go out to eat. And
I've seen your kids. Great kids.
Yeah, I mean, your kids, every kids. Like, even when I was weight cutting for when I was doing the bodybuilding, I remember that. Like, going out to eat at that time was like once a year. That's when we got taxes. You go out to a restaurant, I mean, like a Applebee's, which at the time I don't know if Applebee's was in existence, but a restaurant like that was like the biggest thing you ever did in your life. It was amazing. So it was really trouble was the only thing you look for. And, when I'm smoking weed and 14, 15 years old, smoking weed and doing whatever bad kids did, doing anything. Just knuckleheads. And, if I look at a kid now, 14, 15, doing what I was doing there, I was like, damn knuckleheads. And it just, had no father figure.
Was it just the feeling to belong, to be somebody? Was it just anger that everything that you had gone through? I mean, what?
I think it was just a group of us that just tried to fit in, and we didn't know what to do. We didn't know nothing about practice or going home at a certain time, or what I'm saying. We didn't understand any of that. That didn't make sense to us. We did what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And not having no money, and just basically there's no guidance.
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
So you had a lot of things that happened. I mean, you mentioned literally from 2 weeks on, there were all kinds of things that happened to you. You get to 18 years old, you have some positive influences. Coach Griffiths.
Yes. Got me through high school.
So you're 18 years old, you're feeling probably pretty good about the direction. What happened next?
So I was in high school, worked my butt off because I got a job at a construction company in the summertime, worked my butt off, bought a car, got through my senior year. You got a nice car your senior year, and I paid for everything. You're starting to get a little bit of popularity. You're a senior. You're playing sports.
You've been pumping the weights a little bit.
Weights, put a little size on. I might have put a little 25. I might weigh 130, 140 now. So then you start feeling good about yourself, and and I'm going to graduate. I'm not going to be that guy. So I did that. I graduated, and then everybody had a plan after graduation.
Right.
I didn't. So I got with that construction company, and that was my only plan, and I started doing really good. Got at 19 years old after I graduated high school, I had a company truck, had a key to a backhoe, had a key to a bobcat, and was allowed to take them anywhere I wanted to do if I wanted to do any side jobs.
Cool.
I was they put me on a crew, and the leader of this crew, come to find out, was a meth dealer.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm curious. So he one day said, "Here, and I was wore out. He said, "Here, if you're tired, try this." I looked up to him.
So you're 19 years old.
And he was the leader. He was the leader of the crew. Yeah. I'm looking up to him. I might have been the tool guy, but he was.
Right.
And, he's been doing this for a long time. So, of course, I did it. And the next thing you know, it was a year long of just in this mix of, methamphetamines and drugs that I never even did. And next thing I know, I'm locked up.
So what happened? Just out, and
I got pulled over. I had a half of a lab in my car. I was carrying it for somebody, and had a half of a lab. And at 19 years old, and I know this is a lot of people are going to be out there to judge, and I really don't give a damn because I know where I'm at now. But they pulled me aside and they said, "Hey, son, feds got me. Said if you can point me to a lab, you'll never do a day in jail. But if you can't, you're going to jail." And I told him, I said, "Sir, I don't know what you're talking about. I was making fireworks." And next thing I know, I'm locked up going to jail.
So you're 19 years old.
19 years old. Yep. And I had a great path, and it just, I'm looking straight, and then there was a left and a right, and I took the wrong turn. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it. And so we went there, went to penitentiary. I did 3 years.
Did 3 years in the penitentiary?
Did 3 years. Yeah, I went to Green River Correctional Complex after LaGrange. I left LaGrange, went there, and I'm telling you now, at 19 years old, for if anybody's ever listening to this 19, I'm telling you, if you wanted to be scared, you drive up to they take you in a bus, and they got you handcuffed. There's to this bus, you're handcuffed and you're shackled to the seats and the floorboard of this bus. And they call it the Greyhound. They call it the Grey Goose. It's Greyhound. And they take you there, and they take you to the penitentiary, and you will roll up. And LaGrange is called the fish tank. And what the fish tank is where every person, I don't care if it's for molestation, rape, drugs, whatever it is, that's anything that's going to take you to the penitentiary, you go here. You have to go here. Everybody. You're with everybody. And that's why they call it the fish tank. And when you pull up to that and you see barbed wire shining, sun blaring, as bright as you can see, I'm telling you right now, if you want to see fear, that's fear. For any of you that are listening to me, 19 years old, and you see nothing but barbed wire as far as you can see, and it's shining bright, that's fear. And you think them damn movies ain't right. I promise you. Go to LaGrange and you'll see. So they take us off the bus, and of course, they're all on the fence, just like the damn movies. You think it ain't. They're looking at you, and that's what they see, fresh fish. That's why they call it the fish tank.
Oh, my gosh.
And if you think they don't take you in there and throw powder on you and give you a shower, I'm telling you, and shave you bald-headed, I promise you. That's why I'm trying to hold on to every bit of piece of hair I got, because I do not look good bald-headed. They do that. For anybody that thinks they don't, you a damn lie. They do it. And so I went in there and went to LaGrange. After I left LaGrange, they sent me to Muhlenberg County. They call it Green River. I went there for a little bit, and then I got a substance abuse program, the SAP program. And I'm going to show my age a little bit here. Send me to MAC.
Really?
Yes. Marion Adjustment Center. So I did the substance abuse program in MAC in 2001. 2001, I did a substance program down there, and I was hometown. I was a hometown boy. Tell everybody, yeah, this is where. And then I paroled out of there at 23. And
so from 19 years old to 23 years old,
yeah,
you're incarcerated.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's an awakening like no other for a 19-year-old kid. So you get through that point, and you get out, and you're thinking, what?
Well, I got a job inside there. they paid me $1.25 a day to clean the bathrooms, and around the penitentiary yard. So I paid $1.25. I made $1.25 a day. What I did with that, because I had no plan when I was getting out, and I was like, I'm going to get out. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to save some of this money. So I had saved as much as I could out of the $1.25 a day I was making. I would just get my toiletries, and I kind of come. There's little things in the penitentiary you can do, a little hustle, and I don't care to mention this. It's kind of funny, actually. I would write lottery tickets, so people gamble in sports, in there, right? Right. And cigarettes is how they pay you. It's money. Money is there's no money in there, so cigarettes is money. Right. So I would make these lottery tickets, and I would just write them up, and they'd pay me cigarettes. So that's kind of a little hustle I had. So, well, when I got out, I had $80 to my name. I saved $80.
Nice.
And my cousin let me. He had a house and a car, and the car did not have reverse in it. I don't know if y'all know what that means, right? Transmission's going out. So I got a car for you, but transmission's going out, and you can have it. So anywhere I went, I had to pull in. I sure had to pull out. There's no backing out. Right? I was pushing it. And it was a little shack out in Newmarket. It was a shack. When I say a shack, it was a shack. He said, you just keep the electric on, and you can live there until you get on your feet. And
so you're in the shack, and are you thinking, okay, I'm going to get back with the construction business, I'm going to do, or are you thinking, what am I going to do?
Well, I poured some concrete for some companies. The company out of Casey County, good guys, damn good guys. There's a story about these guys. The same guy that I poured the concrete for when I bought my house, the house I live in now.
Right.
Because he seen how I was and how I grew up, and he knew. He reached out to me when I was building my house in Rosewood. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna pour your concrete, and all I'm gonna charge you is the concrete fee." He said, "Man, I'm proud of you." He said, awesome. Seeing what he's like, I remember you would sleep to the job. I remember you couldn't even back your car up. We'd have to push your car out sometimes. He said, I remember. He said, I'm gonna pour your concrete free. So when I bought that house in Rosewood, I paid for was the labor. I didn't have to pay for his right. People that had to labor in the concrete.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah, I got out and I did a little odd and end jobs. I worked for Freddie Help at one time. I worked for a couple people here and there, and then I had my first child. I found out I was having my first child at 25, and that's when I was like, oh shit, I got to straighten up. I got to get it right. So I got an apartment. This time I got a place after I was, and I told y'all this in the break, when we wasn't talking or whatever before the show. At a point in time, I think I was 2004. I'd been out about 6-8 months or whatever, and I'd living in this shack, and it didn't feel like I was going to get any better, And I remember specifically remembering if y'all, this is what made me believe in God more than anything. Is this right here? When I dropped to my knees, and I told him, "Look, if it's not gonna get no better than this, I'll go back. Just send me back." And that's a true story. I was on my knees in tears at 24 years old, ready to go back to penitentiary. And
because you were like, if this is what is out here for me,
I don't want it. Yeah. And take 3 years away. Take 3 years of your life away. Like, you literally don't get up with any of things that are happening within 3 years of your life that you don't know anything that's happening at all. Mm-hmm. Like, from 19 to 23, so much stuff happened. I felt like, what? Cell phones started really getting big. They weren't getting big when I was 19.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we had the Nokia. Like, it was... Mm-hmm. And then now they're talking about these, like, it was like, whoa, if I was all right in there, at least I finally established a life in there. And that's when I got a job with Freddie, and I got a job at another factory, and I started really doing good. Things just started, coming. I moved to town, and Find out.
Did you have some things pulling you? Like, were there any temptations during this time, or you were like steadfast on? I listen. I'm having a child. I've got to keep going forward.
Oh, before I had the child, everything was pulling me, but
Yeah.
I did not want to go back. And then I was like, well, if this is all I got, then I want to go back. But once I had the child, or when Shannon told me she was pregnant, I was like, man, I got to get right.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I'd already got a place in town. So I walked to Cooperage. My cousin told me, said Cooperage is hiring. So I walked there, and I remember filling the application out. And I said, well, you can start today? I was like, well, how about I start tomorrow?
Yeah.
And I remember, and so I started work in 2005, and after that, things just started really, really brightening up.
So 2005, your first job at the Cooperage.
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing?
I was raising barrels. They don't pay raising barrels then as they pay now. I think they owe me a little money.
a little arrearage there, right?
Because I was a hell of a barrel raiser. I remember telling Barry Shoemaker, and Barry's a good buddy of mine, and really has helped me out in life. And I remember telling him one time on the phone, I said, hey, you ain't gonna have nobody like me. And if y'all know Barry, he's pretty cocky too. He said, I don't know, son. I was a pretty damn good barrel raiser. But
yeah, because I heard a rumor once, because since we've known Woodyard, he's been one of the dogs at the Cooperage. But back in the day when I heard you were a beast.
I take pride in it. It was a big thing. Now a lot of my guys now tell me I don't do shit, but a lot of my guys work with me a lot of barrel racing and thing. And sometimes I'll get in there and I'll race them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But and it's fun. But yeah, at that time, man, I thought that's the one thing I can say about Cooperage. When I walked in there, they paid me for how hard I worked. Not for who I was, not for, like, the harder I worked, the more money I made. Mm-hmm. And that's what I needed at the time, because I was ready to fucking work. I was ready to work hard. Mm-hmm. And so, it helped me provide a life, that I was, you got to think, 2006, I'd bring $20 an hour checks home. Mm-hmm. 2006, y'all know that's damn good,
Mm-hmm.
So, as I started saying that I can really, really afford a life, and we bought a house, or well, her dad bought a house, but basically we was going to buy it in Lee Avenue, and in 2000, 2005, 2006, I really started getting my life together, really started building myself, and then kind of got a little bit into doing some negative things again in 2007. And,
what pulled you that way?
Money. It wasn't addiction this time. It was money.
Yeah.
And the knowledge that I had from my past,
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, this is easy. $4,000 or $5,000, just like.
Yeah, so you bust your tail out at the Coopers and you're like, oh, okay, it's this easy to get some cash?
Which I kept working, don't get me wrong, I kept working. And so it's kind of, doing it, and my son, still have my son, we was raising him, he was blessed kid. Well, I kind of wanted to get away from a lot of that, so I started training, fighting MMA, and in 2007, I started training and fighting MMA. I was training in Danville. And so I kind of was getting a little bit away from that again, and it was kind of like half my life was into doing negative stuff, half my life was into the fighting, and still.
So you knew you couldn't continue.
No, I knew
direction.
I had to come up with something. I had to come up with something. And then I remember I was like, you know what, I'm getting away from it. And this is 2008, and I was like, I'm done. I'm getting away from it. I'm leaving the negative stuff away. I'm just going to train, just stay in the gym, fitness. And I'd had a fight in August of 2008 I was supposed to take. And I don't know if y'all know Sammy Tanakis.
I know Sammy.
No Sammy.
He was a bad dude back in the day.
That was a good buddy of mine. Good
I mean,
buddy
he
of mine.
was quick as lightning.
Good knockout artist.
Yeah, yeah.
A good buddy of mine, and so I called him and I said, Sammy, I'm not taking this fight today. He said, what? I said, man, I'm not feeling it, but I'm about to get away from the negative stuff. I'm going to get out of the game, and I really want to go all in. He said, all right. He said, hey, let's go to Poor Boys. You remember Poor Boys had a pool table?
I know. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we went to Poor Boys, and I remember waking up that morning, me and my son, his name's Landon James. I remember we took a bath together. He always liked to, take baths. I show him how to draw the stars on the table. He had this little chalk he could draw on the tub and all that. And I remember we getting out the tub. He's videoing me on the tub. Daddy, I see your butt and all that. So
That's awesome.
Damn good kid. And I remember he had this Ford truck that you drive, the battery operated truck.
Oh yeah.
And he was washing it and everything, and I remember that. And I was like, well, buddy, I said, I gave him a kiss. I said, buddy, Daddy's going to leave for a little bit, go hang out with some friends. I'll see you here a little later. And, Shannon said, well, we're going to take the kids to the pool, their mamas. And so we go to Poor Boys, me and Sammy. And I remember getting a phone call. We was playing pool there. I remember getting a phone call. Said, hey, you need to come to the hospital. And they're just going crazy. I said, what are you talking about? You got to come to the hospital. It's Landon. And I just ran out of there. And I remember it, and get to the hospital, and everybody's hysterical. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is not, what's going on? And I remember going back, they tell me, go, it's Landon. So the doctor said, hey, they let me in. Nobody's in the room. They let me in there, and I watched my son. I guess they wouldn't let nobody in there. And he was hooked up to all types of tubes, I remember. And I ain't remember that in a while.
Jesus.
I remember talking to the doctor, and I started getting tore up. I remember telling him, I said, you can have my heart. I give him my heart. If you just want to give him my heart, you can have mine. And he said, son, if you don't calm down, I'm going to put you out like I put the rest out. That's what the doctor told me. And I said I'm good. Just save my boy. And I remember Staff Flight was there, and they said, if you can't get you can't get a breath or something, they said, we can't take him out. And the doctor looked at me. He looked at me like that look. And I remember I just left the hospital, and I just took off running. Run as far as I could run. So I couldn't run no more. And I don't remember where I was at, but Jimmy Clemens found me. If anybody don't know, Jimmy Clemens is his uncle. And that right there, it made me think a whole lot of things. And that's, doing all the negative shit I did and everything I did. And here I am, still alive, and here my boy is. He's the greatest thing you could ever fucking imagine,
Beautiful creation. And
I mean, he was happy. He had everything, I mean, he had everything. There wasn't nothing that boy didn't have,
Yeah.
I mean, he had it all. He was going to have a good life.
There's no doubt.
A damn good life. There was no doubt he wasn't going to have no good life. And
that's enough to I can't imagine. I mean, that's enough to absolutely
shut anybody down.
Yeah, that's enough just to say, dude, that's enough. That's one of those times where you would say, God, listen, I have been through so much, and I am where I am now, and I'm doing good. Why now?
But, I don't think I was doing as good as I should have been. I was still dipping and dabbing. I think it was kind of a little punishment. Maybe it wasn't punishment, but at the same time, I don't know. I couldn't figure it out, and there come a time when I really did figure it out in the end. But at that moment, when that happened, and I kind of get a little tore up when I think about that moment, because I never want that much hurt to ever happen to anyone. To anyone, I never ever, and like my kids now. I'll give you my son. His last soccer game, he was sitting there and he scored a goal. It was like a messy goal. It was like the greatest. Like, I'm telling you, the parents would look at me like, "Damn," and I got tears in my eyes because I was so proud of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you get those moments as a parent, like, but you don't try to show them. You're kind of a coach. You're kind of like supposed to be a strong guy, and those moments like your kids. And so I never to lose a child unexpectedly, and for anybody that ever has out there, and there's some has, and I've reached out to them a couple times, it should not happen. It should not happen to a human.
No,
it should never.
Listen, Jeremy, it's not happened to you. It's not happened to me, but I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine the hurt that you would feel if something like that happened.
how old was he?
3 years.
3 years old.
3 years old. Yeah.
He was your dog. I
No,
mean, he was.
I mean, and if his Shannon, if she was here, and I mean, they would tell you that was my guy. We got video. I mean, that was my dude. I mean, I had a video of that day. And I don't know if you ever know this, the song "Godspeed" by Dixie Chicks. I cannot. I mean, that song, because there's a song in there that says talks about Superman, the superheroes in it, and stars and all that. Like, if you listen to the lyrics in it, and we was in that bathtub that same damn day, and I was showing him how to draw stars.
Yep.
Oh my gosh!
And he was. I mean, he was just a good kid, and we was. We were. He was a good kid, and I'll go back and when I get the strength, and I'll watch it. When I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And I'm watching videos of him, and I got some videos of him jumping in his bed and playing. And I mean, he was my twin, and he was just like, to me, it was, he was my savior.
Yeah.
And I knew, and I was still, he's the one that like. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. He's the one that I kind of was about. Was like, I'm done. I'm done doing the bad stuff. Like, I'm done. He's the one that made me walk to Kentucky Cooper and get a damn job. You know what I mean? He's the one that made me be right. And
You know what you are to him?
Yeah,
You were his superhero.
and
Did you ever think of that? Like,
I do.
are his
and
superhero.
And that's what it always worries me sometimes. Like with my son now. Like and I know we are, but sometimes like, man, I really hope he's looking up to me.
He is, man.
You know what I mean? Like, do you feel that with your kid?
Absolutely.
And I know yours, and I know they do as well.
Absolutely.
Like, there's whenever.
And there's many times where I think, I wish I would see me like you see me. Like, they see you as some kind of superhero. I'm like, do you understand the kinks in my armor? But at the end of the day, that's not what matters. It's that the kinks are what made you who you are. Who they see right now, it's all those things, and this is where you are now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Man, I'm telling you, I see you a bunch in basketball, and I watch your son watching you trying to do something cool out there, trying to be cool with the young kids, and he's just got the biggest smile on his face watching his daddy get out there doing this thing. He looks up to you like you are his superhero. I promise you. I can see it, and I love watching you two together, man.
But isn't that the greatest feeling?
It's the greatest feeling in the
like,
world. Yeah.
like, I mean,
There's no other.
Like I see Salem with you. And I know your daughters, and I see the posts they put with their dad. You know what I mean? Like it's just like how I don't know.
Jim's son looks up to me like I'm a superhero. He don't look at
yeah, something like that. Oh gosh. All right. Well, listen, we're ready to take a break. An emotional story. We knew it was going to be, but it is a story of. It is truly a story of redemption.
It is.
I mean, that's kind of how it was promoted, and this is true life right here. Right here. So when we come back, we're going to talk more to Shawn Woodyard.
Yes.
He's going to kick your ass while we're taking a break, just so he shows me some of those.
It won't take much after
some of those moves. I want to see that. So
these guys got some really, really small cigars because I did not know how to smoke. And I want to tell them I appreciate that.
We got you covered, man.
All right, so we're going to take a break. By the way, shout out to G&G Productions, a brand new sponsor of Two Shots on a Barrel. Those guys have some incredible live free events on Facebook. So make sure you go out to Facebook, check those guys out. John Grace, Hal B. Good friends of ours.
I love those two guys. They've always been there for us, and we're going to always be there for them. You can catch some of the hottest basketball games, football games, right there on Facebook, and it looks like the quality is just fantastic for being on Facebook.
Absolutely. All right, so stick around.
So, J-Bo, I found out the older you get, the more kids, as your kids grow older, you suddenly have a damn fleet of vehicles.
And the both of us, man, we can tell you all about it. We both have brand new 16-year-olds hitting the road. So let me tell you how often we're visiting Big Old Tires these days.
And it's important when you got your 16-year-old out on the road, you have good tires.
Oh, absolutely.
And the place to go, we know, is Big Old Tires of Lebanon and Bardstown.
That's right. Billy Taft has been doing this a long, long time. If you want advice on getting the perfect tire for the perfect vehicle, go to Billy Taft first at Big Old Tire.
And not only can they supply you with some great tires, they also can do oil changes, brake work, you name it. And here's the cool thing that really impressed me when I visited Billy Taft and Big Old Tires the last time. That dude is customer service extraordinaire. Absolutely.
He's been like that as long as I've known him. I've known him a long time. He's a great guy, just like off the court than he is on the court. He's just A+, and I love that dude. He's really, really genuine, and he knows his tires. And if you're having problems, let's say this weather's crazy, okay? It's raining a bunch. Go in there and let him put new windshield wipers on your car besides going and trying to do it yourself. I'm speaking by experience here, Jim Reed. It's a terrible, terrible thing to do, putting wipers on yourself.
No. Big believer in Big Old Tires of Lebanon and Bardstown, right here in the heart of bourbon country. If you're in for the bourbon trail, your car kind of messes up on you, go see our friend Billy Taft.
Pit stop, it's all it is. Pit stop, you're in and out, and off to the next distillery.
There you go. Big Old Tires of Lebanon and Bardstown, a proud sponsor of Two Shots on a Barrel. All right, so one thing we've learned on Two Shots is it's important to know where to go when you need a good attorney, Joe.
Yes, sir. It's very important nowadays. We've had to get one of our own here lately, and we got the best in the business.
We absolutely do, and we found out one morning when you go visit Don McCauley, you better enjoy bourbon and stick around for a while. Because not only is she very good and an expert attorney, she also knows her bourbon.
She does know her bourbon, and she knows where to get it, and she will not tell me where the secret stash is located. But that's okay.
But she'll bring out many of the unicorns that she has in her house, and we enjoyed spending time with her. But on a serious note, we know that folks listening out there need to have good legal representation. Don McCauley.
Don McCauley, you are right. 144 West Main Street in Lebanon, Kentucky. Her phone number is 270-692-0684. If it's legal anything, she will take care of it. She will be there for you, and she will be the voice that you need to get through this situation?
We're talking real estate law. We're talking business law. We're talking anything criminal related,
Yes.
divorce, you name it, bankruptcy, any of those things. Don McCauley can take care of you.
If you're nervous and you just don't know which way to go, if you need that voice, call Don McCauley. Once again, 270-692-0684.
Yeah, good stuff right here in Bourbon Country. Don McCauley, Law Office of Don McCauley. Thanks.
Marion County Trail could be the best value in bourbon-themed travel in Kentucky. You'll experience one of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail's crown jewels, one of the Bourbon Trail Craft Tour's top-rated stops, and something you can't find anywhere else. Organized tours of a bourbon barrel manufacturing facility, all in one place. It's the Marion County Trail. Take your time to tour, dine, shop, and stay all along the way. Explore world-famous Maker's Mark, a hot ticket item on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Limestone Branch Distillery, home of world-famous Yellowstone bourbon, and one of the top-rated stops on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail Craft Tour. Kentucky Cooperage, the sprawling plant where the thriving bourbon industry's barrels are hand-built and seared with fire for bourbon aging flavor. And Lebanon, home of wonderful dining opportunities from home-cooked to chef-driven. Unique shopping opportunities, nowhere else to be found murals for your selfies, and overnight accommodations that range from traditional to bed and breakfast to bourbon-themed. Go to visitlebanonky.com for more details. Lebanon Tourist and Convention Commission, 270-692-0021.
Tired of paying rent? Do you dream of owning your own home? Now's the time to make that dream a reality. Call Lisa, 270-402-4036. Have you outgrown your current home? Need more space? Or just the opposite? Are you looking to downsize? Call Lisa, 270-402-4036. Whether buying or selling, now is the time. Call Lisa, 270-402-4036. Lisa Kearns Realtor, Exit Realty Bluegrass, 270-402-4036. Call or text Lisa Kearns, the helpful agent.
What's up, J-Bo?
I think I'm on my fifth Cuban cigar for midgets. I think. What do you call these things?
Be careful what you say about that word, that midget word.
Well, it's a midget stick. I think it's what you call it.
It's a Woodyard stick is what I called it.
Well, look, it is so little.
These are Cubans, but it doesn't feel like you're smoking Cubans. It just feels like you're smoking a stick. like I equate this to like those little chocolate sticks you put in your hot cocoa.
It's what it looks like.
To stir your cocoa.
Shoo. Wow, man.
J-Bo, I got to tell you.
Chills, man.
I knew this was going to be an emotional show. I'm not sure I knew it was going to be this emotional. All right, so we do want to give a quick shout-out to our good buddies because we got some great friends. That's the cool thing about this, J-Bo, is that this show has enabled us to meet some fine folks like our folks with Cross the Line 1524.
You know, every time I think about them, I just smile. Because, I mean, they're us in a different state. Same people.
I don't really consider those guys like Hoosiers.
Yeah, it's probably why we like them so much.
You know, I know they're from Indiana, and that's got a bad connotation, but they feel like they're Kentucky guys.
They spend more time in Kentucky than they do in Indiana.
Because they know where the cool place is.
That's right. They, you know, and ever since they've been on that...
that lighter's terrible.
Ever since they've been on the Chippendales...
Why do you keep that lighter over on my side?
Ever since they've been on the Chippendales tour, they have been just unbelievable. I think we locked our guy out.
We are going to do an exchange. You know, they do foreign exchange students. They do wife swaps and all those things, J-Bo. We're going to do a podcast swap, and I'm going to trade you. No, I'm going to trade me. I'm going to trade me for the Cross the Line cruise, and we're going to bring, I don't know, pick your favorite, and I'm going to go travel with those guys. And Dwayne Bischoff is going to come here and do shows with you.
Did you say Bischoff?
I said Bischoff.
That's how we say it in Kentucky. Bischoff.
That's right. But those are great guys. Let's get their plug in real quick.
Well,
Are you looking for a clean, fun podcast that you can relate to? Well, we've got it for you. Cross the Line. The 1524 originates out of Indiana. Former high school rivals, now our buddies sitting around a speakeasy bar, talking about common day events, common things. We keep it light, they keep it easy. It's a good time. Check out Cross the Line. 1524. You can find it on all the podcast apps and players. You can also check them out at crosstheline1524.com or check them out on Facebook, Cross the Line 1524.
Like you needed to be awoken, J-Bo.
Yeah, but I fell out of my chair on that one. That was
good. Gosh, that's loud. That's all right, though. That's all right. Goodness gracious. What a show. What a show. I was looking at a stat today, J-Bo. I didn't know if you knew this, but there was a point in time before you got kidney stones that we were like in the rankings, in the rankings of podcast rankings under, I think it was like the leisure category. We were 18th. That was our peak. And then you couldn't pass you could not pass a kidney stone.
There was more than just my kidney stones that came into play here, mister. I mean, about a year ago, you started having issues.
No, a year ago, I was probably in the emergency room about this time.
Yes.
It feels good not. The day is still young, but I'm not in the emergency room at this point in time.
I remember it's Dickens time around here. We're going to have Dickens Christmas, and we were booked to speak and give announcements and to play music and dress like jolly folks.
And I was a no-show.
And I'm standing there lonely, dressed like a elf.
That's so funny.
And there's no Jim Reed, so I'm like, what is going on?
Last year, right?
Yes.
That's why I didn't see you.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was in the emergency room, and then J-Bo and Woodyard, have you guys ever taken a trip in the back of an ambulance?
No.
Yes.
I got to tell you, so how far of a trip did you take, Woodyard?
From down by Walmart, old Walmart, to the hospital.
So we're talking like a 5-minute little.
5 minute.
I took a trip from Lebanon to Elizabethtown, and I got to tell you, and no disrespect to our ambulance guys, I love them, but we hit every damn pothole you could hit.
Look.
And there is no shock absorbers in the back of that ambulance.
Jim, I'm not giving you any pity because I had a kidney stone and my wife shipped me to Taylor County and we hit those same damn bumps. And I feel like I'm giving birth to a child coming out my penis. So I don't feel any.
Now, there's a rumor why you were sent to Taylor County at Taylor County Hospital as opposed to going to right here in your backyard, Lebanon, Kentucky.
Yeah, I was in the same parking lot.
It had something to do with your wingy dingy.
Wingy dingy. What the hell's a wingy dingy?
Hey, I'm probably right there with you, bro.
What the hell?
Damn it, we're in the same boat.
I guess, man. What happened? Her practice is in the parking lot of Springview Hospital. I think that's what it's called. I can't go there anymore. Anyways, the new company that bought out my wife's, practice.
Yes.
They don't accept our insurance. Which
is just crazy.
So,
that is insane.
So they put me in this Honda, my wife's Honda, and we hightailed it over there. And I swear I was giving birth. I knew I was giving birth to something. Something was coming out. And once we got there, they wheeled me in, and then the rest is history. But 2 surgeries later, and here I am.
So long story short, the last
Wingy dingy, what the hell?
Yeah.
That's the most grandpa-ish thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's gonna be like a viral statement from now on.
Jeremy, how's your wingy dingy?
People are gonna come up to you at Dickens this year and they're gonna say, J-Bo, how's your wingy dingy? No, but seriously, the last year has not been a good health year for 2 shots on a barrel. So we are working hard. We're gonna get back to that top 20 status.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah. So, speaking of which, we've got a great show right now with Shawn Woodyard. Dude, I got to tell you, man, I'm sitting here thinking, you hear people out there and they talk about these really, essentially, they're excuses of why they can't do something. All right, so when you paint the picture of Shawn Woodyard, it's a picture that if a lot of other people wanted to use as the poster child for excuses of not to amount to anything, you would be on that poster. And yet, you have built a life that a lot of people would be like, I want to be like that guy. I mean, we're talking, we've already talked about it. Business owner, significant member of one of the largest bourbon barrel producer in the United States, family man. All of these things that people, I mean, listen, when you define success, it's like, okay, I'm going to have a great job. I'm going to have beautiful kids. I'm going to have a beautiful home. You live in Rosewood, for God's sakes, which is one of the nicest subdivisions in Marion County. I mean, don't tell me you can't do it.
I just, and you know, it's so easy for me to sit over here and say excuses. You know, I dislike excuses. It's easy for me to say that, you know, because I'm here now, or you're here, or you're here. You know, and we're here, and everybody's like, well, it's easy for them to say, but they don't see the work that it took to get. You know, I have so many friends, and it's not me. You know, so many friends. And I can name them, you know, Bobby Settles, and I hate to bring up a good buddy, but Bobby Settles, good buddy of mine. Man, he lived in the same spot I lived in, and we did the same thing. And man, you know, I watch his growth, and he had the same upbringing I bring, and it's just like we fed off each other, you know. And in all reality, it is excuses. It's like, oh, well, this is right, and then on top of the excuses, you let the laziness, or you let that bring you down. But I don't know if is it because we're just different, or just because what happened. I don't know. It's because, you know, I got on my knees and I talked to God. I don't know. You know, like I can't provide the reason why people grow and the reason why people come out of terrible situations, because there's people that's been in way worse situations than me and way higher than me, you know. And I talked about this in a forum, and took a lot for me to do this.
I heard about this. I talked to Brooklyn Leap. She said, essentially, the room was in tears.
Yeah, like, you know, but I don't know half those people there, but I know a lot of those people there are successful, and you know, of course, my boss was in there as well, and you know, and Josh Evans, and
shout out Josh.
And I want him to know, like, you know, I care about this, and you know, and I'm not tired of excuses, and I want to see things happen in the community, and it took everything from me, and I'm not the best talker, and I'm sure I was stuttering, and I was doing this, and I was doing that, but you know, I don't know what it is, but I know you cannot make excuses. Just work. Just do it. Just say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. And you just got to do it. You know, you just got to do it. And, you know, and I'm truly blessed. Like I was telling them in the forum, I was like, have you ever rode to work or to the gym 4 o'clock in the morning knowing you're going to go to work after and just shed tears of happiness because you're actually, like, you're blessed, feeling blessed. And I've done that. I've truly done that. I literally drove to the gym because I work I go to the gym. You know, ask my girlfriend. I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I'll hit the snooze button once, maybe even twice. It's 8 minutes a piece, but I'll get up and I'm in the gym at least by 5 o'clock. You know, I got out of work. I'll be at work at 6, and you know, I'll literally shed tears like, wow, you know, thank you. You know, and how I mean, we need to step out of our body and look at where we really could be You know what I'm saying? Like, and be where we're at. What is the things that are in my life right now that are bringing me down, that are making me unhappy, that aren't helping me grow? You know, what are those things? All right, get them out, get them gone. And I think when we can really build the courage to do that, I think we'll grow and we'll be happy, even if it's just for that moment. Damn it, I did it. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully that will ignite a spark. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe even a bigger one, and then maybe even a bigger one. And that's, to me, what it takes. It takes little things, like little successes. Like, oh, I woke up. I did it. Okay. Let me try something else. You know what I mean? So, and that's what happened to me. I really want to get back to my story, if that's okay.
Yes, brother, this is your show.
So, and I'm gonna tell you what's easy for me to talk about my son more than what it used to be. It used to be I couldn't. And it used to be I could not talk about Landon James, and it used to be because I couldn't get there. But so, of course, I told you about my negative life. Well, it caught up with me 6 months after I and this happened before I lost my son. 6 months after I lost my son, the feds picked up a case from.
So how does that? I don't want to interrupt you too much, but how do the feds pick up your case?
Oh, they can pick up any. You can be under investigation for a long time.
So they just kind of like have a watchful eye.
Yeah, so like and then they can, they have a certain amount of time, but it could be it's a good while, and so that's what happened. So they picked up a case from me and another guy, and I won't say his name, and so 6 months later, they indicted me, and so at this time, 6 months, I'm still soaking in the bathtub. I'm still.
Your mind is there.
I'm still not there. Yeah. I'm still like, my people know that like I'm not okay. I'm still not okay, and so I get locked up. And to be honest with you, and this is the 6 months that I left Cooperage. We always do these reunions, and it shows Shawn started in 2009. No, I started in 2005. Damn it, I left for 6 months because I got locked up. We always do these stays, but so they indicted me. I got locked up on some charges that were, to me, I felt like stupid, but whatever.
What were the charges?
They were drugs. They were selling. Let's see, distributing narcotics, controlled substance. There we go. And the charges that they brought on us, they were stupid. But anyway, so I did 6. So the guy, me and another guy, they tried to get me and him together, and the other guy had never had a charge before, so he got out that day. Well, I didn't get out because I had current charge. I had past charge, my record from my past. Anytime your past will follow you. They say your past will follow you. By God, it will. So from my past charges, when I was incarcerated before, that followed me. So they would not give me a bond. They wouldn't let me out. It was no different than the guy that got out the day the same day. So I did 6 months, and to be honest with you, I don't regret those 6 months. I don't regret those 3 years I did. Those 3 years made me a man. I never had a man in my life. Those 3 years made me a man. I met some really, really good people in jail that were really good people. That did some dumb stuff. I can tell you what, I'll give you an instance. A guy who was no different than you, really good guy, business owner. He had one drink. He pulled out of the parking lot, hit somebody. Somebody got hurt. He got locked up for, I think it was like 10 years because he was intoxicated.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Think about that. Think about that. That happened.
No.
Good ass dude. No, I mean, like, really, like,
one decision.
You don't belong here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. So, and that was, he was in the program, the SAP program. He was one of my leaders. So, anyway, I got incarcerated, and it was the best thing that happened to me at that moment.
So you're incarcerated for 6 more months.
6 more months after I lost my son. 6 months goes on, I get incarcerated from current charges before my son.
Right.
And so when I'm locked up, they have church programs and everything when you're incarcerated. You can go to you can do church. They have these certain programs. So I went to church and I was just getting out of the cells what I was doing, and I was not really responsive to like anything that the pastor was saying.
It's all about getting a little free time.
Just get a little free time. And well, probably about the third or fourth time I went, I stood up. I was like, you know what? I just got mad. Like, so much was in my thought. I got mad, and I said, if he existed, if God existed, in front of all these people that were locked up, if God existed, why in the hell did he take a perfectly good boy that was 3 years old, that had no issues, that did nothing, that had no health issues, no nothing, and take him from me?
Yeah.
If God existed, why did he do that? Why? Tell me.
Yeah.
And the pastor was speechless. He was speechless. He didn't know how to respond to me. And so it went on, and I sit down, and I didn't, and he kind of went on to his little thing, and I'm sure I really made his day really terrible.
Legitimate question.
I went to my bed, and I remember this moment, and it's like an epiphany hit me, like something hit me, and it said, why are you being selfish? And I got that, like, I'm tripping out, and I even told Shannon about this. I don't know if she remembers I told her about this. It's like something to, why are you being selfish? I'm like, selfish? What are you talking? And it's like, so what do we want to do? And our life, and we go through our life. Everybody goes through their life, but they want to go to heaven. Mm-hmm. They want to be beside Jesus. My son had no damn clue about this world. Where do you think he's at right now?
I have no doubt.
You see what I'm saying?
Fair, yeah.
So I'm being selfish because I want to take him from a place that we're our whole freaking life are trying to get to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I believe in. That's what I've been taught all my life.
Absolutely.
Like, I've been taught in my life that I want to go exactly where he got to go really, really damn quick. And when I got that, and when it got into me, and it really made me believe, you know what? I'm okay. Mm-hmm. I'm okay. Mm-hmm. And so, the 6 months come, they wind up, they found out that, the person that told on us or said this and that was bull crap. He literally sent us letters trying to get us for money to it was bull crap. They let me out. My co-defendant, they let me out. They put us on like a 3-year simple. Now we're in the, mind you, I'm in feds. They put a simple 3, and I didn't tell on nobody because I had nobody to tell on. Put us on 3 months probation. Get out. You're done. It's over. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing. Mm-hmm. So it was bull crap. It was bull crap. And they had nothing. But mind you, I felt like he put me there to see that. Because my mind was so clouded when I was out on the streets because I was drinking. Mm-hmm. I was,
You were just trying to,
I was trying to cloud every bit of things I can cloud. I did not want to think about it. I didn't want to think about anything. So put me in there. Of course, I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to do anything. I'm literally like, you have to face me, son. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You have to face me. Mm-hmm. Now listen to me. I'm putting your son somewhere beside me. He's to me, he was telling me he is so damn good. I didn't want him to see that shit. Mm-hmm. I need him here. And that made me feel okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'll never let no one take that from me because I know he didn't see anything. He was not able to make choices. He wasn't old enough to make choices. Mm-hmm. So that made me feel like, you know what? He's good. He's good. And that's what helped me. And when I think about that, it makes me okay. Like, I don't get tore up as much. Like, on his birthdays, I don't get tore much. And when
You like miss him like crazy, but you know he's good.
Yeah, I have him tatted on my chest. So, because my stepdad, it hurt me when he died. But after years, like I would forget about him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you forget about somebody over time. I'm not gonna say forget about them, but they're not on your mind as they were before. I look at him every time I'm in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I even did Shannon we did a like when he would turn 18, what he would look like.
Mm-hmm.
One of those things.
Mm-hmm.
He was a beast. He was like, yeah, okay.
Like,
Tucker's gonna be all.
I like this little dude.
Yeah, but and I know he from that moment on, when I got out of jail.
So you had some peace?
And that moment on, my life, I had a guardian angel.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to you. And I've said it many times. And every time I would have something big coming up in my life, I always go see to him. I always go there and I always see him. When I have something big in my life, I would go there and I'll lay beside him. I'll lay right there at the grass side and I'll talk to him. And I'll tear a little bit. But I'm not sad, like hurt sad. Like I'm sad because he's not there with me. Like when he was going to turn 16, that was a moment for me because I wanted to take him to get a car, and I could imagine because of course I'm decently successful, and I was like, man, we could get him a nice car, like we could have a nice car, bro. I could kind of live through you now, you know what I'm saying? So those moments hurt me. I'm not gonna lie. When we turn 18, and I'm sure
all those milestone moments.
21's gonna, we might have our first beer, and if anybody wants to judge it, whatever. But my son, I want to make sure he has a successful life or try.
Listen, when Landon James turns 21, if you need somebody to drink to a toast to his life, we're there.
Oh, we'll be there.
Bet.
We're there.
Yeah. Bet. I appreciate it.
But here's the cool thing. It's more than our time here. So the cool thing is you guys are going to be together forever, man, someday.
Oh, yeah.
That's the cool part.
That's the cool part. And for anybody that tells me it's not true, I'm not listening to. And I don't know if y'all are like me. Sometimes I lack in my faith.
It's everybody.
I do, and and I have an app that kind of reminds me sometimes. I set a reminder like, "Yo, bro, I'm still here. Talk to me."
We're all like that, brother.
And it's because it's life, and I like my. But at the end of the day, like when people say, "Does he exist? If he exists, if he does," but man, I've been put in positions where I know he exists. I know it. I was locked up one time. I'll tell you the time I was locked up, and this is a crazy story. So, I was in Boyle County, and I was locked up for manufactured meth, so you can imagine. I was in Boyle County Jail, and there's 8-man cells. There is an 8-man cell, but they have 2-man cells, and then they have a day room. And so at night, they would lock us up in these 2-man cells. So you're stuck in there. Well, my bunkie had to use the restroom, but there was no toilet paper. And he had said, look, I need some toilet paper. So he beats on the door. I'm trying to get some toilet paper. Well, the guard was asshole. Comes in with the toilet paper, and he puts it in the day room, sits it down. Of course, we're locked behind the doors. He couldn't get the day room. So he's beating on the door, and I said, bro, just go, man. You can use my shirt or one of your shirts, we'll just throw it away. He said, no, this is crazy. So then the guards rush in on him, and they're beating the shit out of this guy, and all he do is shit. You know what I'm saying? So
what the heck?
Yes, I mean, and there is some good people. Don't. There's good guards, but there is some assholes. There's good cops. There's not. I know good cops in town. Dalen Moore, they're great cops.
Tristan Hayden.
Yes, Tristan Hayden.
Good dude.
Good cops. But there's some shits. So and so I told him, I said, man, this is not right. I'm gonna call my lawyer. Woo, woo, woo. So they lock us both in the hole. They put us in a hole.
They put you in the hole too?
Yes, because I said I'm gonna call my lawyer. So and I'm gonna really call my lawyer. I got an appointed attorney at the time. So yeah, I'm not gonna call. But anyway, so they put us in the hole, and it was for 30 days. And then when they put us in there with nothing. Like, you literally was in there with our briefs and a metal rack. And so
you're there for 30 days and you
30
can't
days.
come out?
Well, eventually, no, you cannot. So what it is you get it's 23-1. They let you out for 1 hour, and you can use the phone, and you can take a shower, but you get out for 1 hour, and you're in this like a little hallway, no longer than this thing. So,
Jesus.
Well, anyway, you got to listen to the story. So we're in there, and they brought this guy, and they call him Mr. Johnson. And so they bring him in, they put him in a cell. So when they let us out for an hour, everybody would go look in everybody's cell. Hey, what's up, bro? And so they looked, Mr. Johnson was sleeping underneath his bed. And so everybody was like, what the hell? This guy's sleeping underneath his bed. What's going on? So nobody understood what's going on, why he's sleeping underneath his bed. Well, we all did it. Well, one night, we're all just kind of sleeping. It's like 2 a.m. or whatever. Like, the guards just rush in the hole. And they rush into his cell. And there's like a lot of commotion. We can't really tell. They shut our flaps and lock them where we can't like see into the hall or nothing. What's going on? Nobody will talk to us. Well, come to find out, Mr. Johnson was an old guy. And obviously he was an alcoholic. If anybody understands alcoholic, for anybody that does out there, their families, please understand it's an issue. He hung himself.
Oh my gosh.
He tied a sheet to the vents, like that vent right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He put the sheet around the vent, tied it in a knot, tied his neck, jumped off his bunk.
Oh my God.
Hung himself. I'm 19 years old seeing this. And Mr. Johnson, I remember it to this day, and so they took him out. What it was, he was DTing. He needed that alcohol. It was like hurting him so bad. Mm-hmm. And so why I was saying people like this, because that picture, I seen that and I was like, my dad. Mm-hmm. My dad. Yep. That was my dad. Mm-hmm. 2 weeks old. Mm-hmm. That was my fucking dad. Mm-hmm. So like, it's like, nobody just does, like, you don't get these visions. You don't get these things come to you if there's not signs of something that's like trying to show you something. Sometimes we miss them and sometimes we don't. And I didn't miss that one. And I was like, I'm going to make this. I'm going to do this. And so.
Man. So, all right. So you mentioned your dad. Mm-hmm. You were 2 weeks old. But I have a feeling there was more to the story about your dad.
There was. I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah.
I really not, because it's not like, because I was deceived until I was 30, and I was 30, and my cousin from Ohio found me, reached out to me, and because I don't know none of my family on my dad's side besides my grandma, and she died. She had a car wreck, and she's the one thing that, like, I loved her. She's what let me know that I had a real dad. Like, I thought, so imagine 7 years old. I'm 7 years old. I'm living in Piqua, Ohio, where I was born. And this old lady just comes to my house, and my mom, like, calls me in a room, is like, hey, this is your grandma. This is to your real dad. I said, what?
Yeah.
I'm thinking my stepdad is my real dad. I'm looking up to him like, and then, so it was crazy. My mom, my grandma told me, I just want you to know I love you. I remember this is what she said. I don't remember a lot with her, but I do remember, I love you. I just want you to know that, we really tried to have you, and your mom tried. And she told me that when she first come to try to she tried to take me. When I was 2 years old, she tried to, get my mom. She tried to take me, take custody of me, because when she came to see me, my box was a crib. And I'm not trying to outpour nobody. Trust me, I don't use that shit for no excuse. I'm blessed. I'm very, very blessed. That shit doesn't. But she did, And my mom was like, "No, you ain't take my damn son." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And that's when we moved. Like, she left to Florida for like a week or so, and then we all came back. But But yeah, I don't know. And none of it holds me back.
Man.
So 16-year-old Shawn Woodyard, did you ever think you would be in Rosewood? You ever think you would be a business owner, an entrepreneur, an important part of Kentucky Cooperage? Did you ever, when you close your eyes and you see the 16-year-old Shawn Woodyard, did you see that?
Oh, no. 16-year-old Shawn Woodyard. I had just got out of a boys' home in Western Winchester. Winchester, is it Winchester County? By Lexington.
Winchester, Kentucky.
Yeah, Winchester, Kentucky. Yeah, that's what it is. I just got out of a boys' home, which was insane. I spent 7 days there. My mom had me sent off because I was out of control. She couldn't control me, and I don't blame her for that. It was probably it was a wide awakening. It helped me out. So when they brought me back, that's when Coach G. Mm-hmm. So, 16-year-old, no, I knew there was hope for me to make it, to not make it, to maybe possibly.
So it's not like you didn't see the light.
Yeah, no, I thought, survive, but no. No, 16-year-old me thought if I lived past 27, because there's more to talk, but I'm not. I don't want to go in. There's more, So, no, I didn't, and to be where I'm at now is a lot to do with a lot of the mentors in my life. God, that's one thing I think guys put a lot of male figures in my life to help me out. You got.
So talk about some of those guys.
All right, Coach G, football. I talked about him. Coach Major Sininger or Sergeant Major Sininger helped me through getting through RTC.
You mentioned Barry Shoemaker.
Oh, that was huge. After having a child, that was big. Even though that's not a mentor to like a child is like a milestone. Like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I live this life. I'm not going to be that guy. Mm-hmm. So this is funny. And if when I say this, maybe it's not going to be. My father was a mentor because you were a piece of shit. And you wasn't there for me. Mm-hmm. So you made me be the person that I didn't want to be. Mm-hmm. Or hold on, let me say that again. You may be the person that I know. I did not be the person that I didn't want to be because of you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I became a person the opposite of you. Mm-hmm. So thank you for that. David Weinbrenner.
What about David Weinbrenner?
So many talks I've had with him. He's a great dude. Rob Nickerson. Brother Bud. Brother Bud was amazing. If anybody knows Brother Bud,
love him.
If anybody's ever met Brother Bud, and he doesn't live here now, he moved to Indiana.
How did you guys meet? I'm curious about that.
So whenever I lost my son, Adam Milby and Joe Dry.
Love Joe Dry.
Joe Dry. I can't believe
Man of Christ.
Yes. He came to me while I was locked up, and he got me through my time. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously?
Yes, I swear. Joe Dry.
Did Joe know you?
He knew me through Shannon, because Shannon and Aaron were real good friends.
Yeah.
And that's how he knew me.
But he came to see you.
He came to while I was incarcerated. Like, after I lost my son, came to me incarcerated.
Kudos, Joe Dry.
And that's when, I was really going through some stuff. So
that's some real Jesus stuff right there.
Oh, yes. Joe's amazing. He got me through some times there. Rob Nickerson was a coach of mine and a friend of mine through when I was fighting MMA, and a friend of mine, somebody that I could really go to when I was struggling. Basically a brother of mine, Dallas Robinson. I look at him as a mentor and a great, great friend too. Mm-hmm. He's done so much for me in my life.
Keep going, but I want to talk about Dallas in a minute.
Okay. So basically those guys that I mentioned, that's and Barry Shoemaker. So if I had to, Barry Shoemaker, Dallas Robinson, David Weinbrenner, Coach G, Sergeant Major Sinninger, those guys have just helped me. They've been father figures in my life.
What do you think they saw in you, Woodyard?
I don't know. I wish I did.
I mean,
I truly wish I did.
Because you had every reason to probably think, I'm a piece of shit.
Oh, I fall short.
And
from
these
them.
guys saw something.
I fall short. I feel like I fall short from several of them. Barry Shoemaker. Okay, so when I was pouring concrete, there's these old guys that would cuss you out, get the hell out of the way, I can do it, shit. Mm-hmm. He was that guy at Cooperage. And, when I first, and I'm going to tell him about this and he'll laugh, but there's nobody been harder on me in my life than Barry Shoemaker.
So notoriously, Barry is known to be a hard-ass guy.
And I'm telling you now, there's been no one harder on me. I mean, he has literally told me, I will whoop your ass. And I worked for him. So, I mean, like, I could literally, he was not, but I respected that. And it made me be like, you know what? I don't like this, but I respect this man. So I want to never have him say this to me again. So I'm going to fucking be the best I can be. And I'll arguably say it. I kick ass at Cooperage. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to finance and making that company money, and, I love all my managers I work with, but I kick ass, and they know it, and it's because of him. So, and just the mentors and those, what's helped me more than anything is those mentors like Dallas and Rob and Barry and David become friends. Like, they're just not just mentors, they're friends. And that's why that's why I talk, and I want to be that. I hope these kids, I coach so much. I've been coaching through my sons, every sport my son's played, and he's played a lot, and every team he's been on. All those kids, I hope they can come to me. Oh, pray to God they can come to me.
Dude, I've been wanting to talk about that because, I mean, how does it feel? Because I watch you. I've coached against you, and you have kids just running to you, looked up to you. Did you ever think that you would have so many? I mean, you're a big influence to some of these kids, man. I mean, you're a role model now. You're a role model.
I know I didn't, and I love it. I hope they just work hard. I hope they understand they can do whatever the hell they want to do if they just put their energy into it. You know what I mean? Like,
you're not easy on them. You're not easy on them at all.
And people say that, like, people say, and you hear it, and you've heard it growing up. Like, you can be anything you want to be if you really, really fucking can.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know. My son enjoys it, and it's really made my son, man. He gets these kids, and I'll like push him to be friends with some of these kids that are like knuckleheads, but I know they're good kids in reality.
You see them. You see you in them. Do you sometimes?
Yes, and these, you think they're little shitheads, but you're like, man, that could be good kids, man, and you want to be good. You want them to do good,
Do you see, this might be a tough avenue to go through. Do you see Landon in your two kiddos right now?
Let me tell you something. My kids think Landon's still alive. Not in reality, but like they act like they've met him. Because I want them to. I just don't. That's what hurts me with my son. I just wish I knew how he would be growing up. Like I watch my son's personality and I watch my daughter's personality, and I'm trying to like separate that. And for any parents out there that's trying to like figure out how to be a parent, tell me, I just like it's so hard, and you see all these videos.
There's no parent manual like this is how you do it.
Yeah, I wish it was.
Doesn't exist.
And I pray that they're, that they never get bullied, and they stand up to bullies. Mm-hmm. I pray they're good to everyone, no matter what's wrong with them. And I pray if there's a kid that picks his nose, they pull him to the side and say, "Hey, buddy, don't do that. People make fun of you." You know what I mean? Like I just pray my kids can be that, and and
give a shout out to your kids right now.
Hey, Branson, Everly, I love you more than you know. Like, Daddy loves you more than you'll ever know. I love you.
J-Bo, we saw them out in the common area. They're like the coolest kids.
Oh yeah, they came in and had some breadsticks with us.
Sabo is like big buddies with.
But y'all can't. I mean, y'all's kid he linked up. With your son,
the first day they met, they ran off, and
I know. I'm like, dang,
I didn't even know where they went.
No, then I was like, it's like, no, it's my friend. I'm like, you just met him.
Yeah, no, that's
I wish we
stuff.
could make friends that quick.
Yeah,
amen.
Amen.
Your daughter rolled in here. I was like, "What?"
She's like the cool. She's like the coolest cat.
Yeah, she said.
I gotta tell you, your daughter. I'm sure your son
my daughter's
is.
probably. It's awful sweet in here, baby. That's bourbon.
She smelled the breadsticks. I'm like, "Look, you can have some, but you gotta tell your daddy."
She's like the coolest cat, though.
She's
I mean,
awesome.
she really is.
I love her. She's the best.
Dude, I gotta tell you, man. When I think about you, Woodyard, I think about you kicking Jeremy's ass. And then after that, I think about you have every reason not to be where you are.
Oh yeah, and it's not me. It's God. It's my my guardian angel. It's my friends that I've met. It's if you got to think if I would have stayed around the people that I was hanging around back then, and it's growth. I just want to do good. In all reality, I just want my kids. They keep me strong. I mean, think about it. Where would you be without your kids?
Oh, it'd be garbage.
Where would you be without your kids? In all reality, we.
No. I mean, seriously, I think about my kids and I'm like,
it's,
geez.
I mean, we all kind of taper into our what our passions, what makes us happy, but at the same time, we always hold them hold on, are they good?
Yeah.
And I think I was blessed with the guardian angel. I truly believe that, and I will never ever, and no one can ever tell me any different. When I know Landon's on my shoulder, I know he's, because there's no way that I could deserve. I'm not a good, I was not a good person. I don't deserve things that I've deserved because, and to me, I think if any person out there, hold that tight. Your kids or the blessings. They're blessings to us. So.
Look, man, he's done all this stuff, and you think he couldn't be more successful, and then one day you get on Facebook and you see him in I don't know, Speedos, I guess, and look like
dude,
Thor.
You were sexy, man. I just want to say, I'm not a kind of that guy, but I got to tell you, man, you were sexy, brother.
Look, I would just say. I say a buff. I'm not gonna call you.
Nah,
sexy.
he was sexy. Damn it!
I'll take it. No, that was a fun time. And that's another mentor. Wingarden, Stephen Wingarden, was a coach of mine, and it's something. I got some friends. We all go to the gym. Some people go to it's either they go to the people. A lot of times people go to the gym for this. They go to the gym to see how much weight they can pick up, see how good they can look, or to release or get rid of stress.
You know why me and J-Bo go to the gym?
to get to the studio.
So we can have a studio.
I know. Hey, we'll take it, man. The studio's badass. I was talking to I always call him Little Bino. Every time, why you call him Bino? His daddy's name is Bino. He's a Little Bino.
Yeah.
So I was like, we was all talking to him. He said he did a show.
He did.
I
He
did
did
not see that one.
No, he
share that to me.
first one.
I will.
I want to see that.
He was the first one.
Yeah, he was. We got a pimp ass studio. We got a pimp ass studio.
Like,
we don't work out, but we got a pimp ass studio.
And when I tell people, oh, there's a studio upstairs, like it don't really hit them until I see them to show them the
like you got to come up here
to
to
video, and I'm like, and they're like, damn, you got that? I was like, yeah, they got it.
yeah.
But yeah, the bodybuilding thing, it was. I always said these, and this is a Dallas Robinson thing. This is a Dallas Robinson thing. He came with this little cork board, or he's gonna be mad at me because I can't remember it. But you basically put your goals on this board, right?
Right.
And you try to make them happen. So all year, so the beginning of the year, these are the goals I want to make happen. Mm-hmm. And then you just throughout the year, when you kind of lose concentration, life goes on. This board helps you remind you need to set these goals. Mm-hmm. So you make these goals happen. You know what I'm saying? So, and then one of the things was bodybuilding. And so in November, I was like, I want to do a bodybuilding show. And then whenever my coach, I was like, well, I'm going to get a coach. I got a coach. He sent me his diet plan. I said, oh, fuck. What? So it was like, okay, I'll try this. So then I got some of my friends, I was telling them, look, so they're all like, so they're holding me accountable, and everybody, I'm like, man, I'm gonna talk so much shit if I don't. So I was like, you know what? Then after a month, after 2 months, it's like I just got used to it. It's not easy. It's not easy. So yeah, I followed a strict diet plan. I followed a weightlifting program. Went down in weight, went down in low weight. Then he slowly progressed me in weight. And everybody thinks stuff happens like this. I started training, so I competed in August, right? Mm-hmm. I started training November.
Wow.
Of the year before. So think about that.
Wow.
I was consistently training that whole time. We never went on, Colleen's like, we don't do nothing. My kids are like, we don't do nothing. No, we don't. So as soon as we competed, in September, September was like, we went on 3 different vacations, but I set my mind to it, and I was like, I'm going to do it. And it was tough, and it was hard as hell. But it, what it did for me? It reminded me of my childhood. Mm-hmm. And I'll explain why. And it humbled me. It made me appreciate life more better. And that's why I think people fall in love with bodybuilding. Anybody that, I'll promise you this. Anybody that power lifts or anybody that goes to the gym, if they ever do bodybuilding or do go into competition, they will never go back because of what it does to you mentally. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't going to restaurants. I was eating whatever. All right. When I was a kid, you never went to restaurants. When you were a kid, what was it like? You didn't go to Chasers or a Rosewood or what I'm saying? Like you never did that. It was like a
every blue moon we would go to Louisville and hit the Cow Palace like once a year. It was near the Showtime cinemas. You remember that, J-Bo?
I remember Showtime, but not the Cow Palace.
Hey, you don't remember the Cow Palace? Good.
How
Lord.
Excited were you?
I was like, this is heaven on earth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Our kids don't get excitement going to a nice restaurant now.
No, because it's like every other day.
It's you know what I'm saying? So that brought to me too. And I told them, I was like, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do when we see, and so I was like, we're going to go to Old Chicago. This is a really nice pizza place. And so my kids were excited I was excited, of course. I was fucking starving, but like, but that's so that humbled me to go back to when I was a kid, and it made my kids enjoy that as well, and so that's why.
So, do you have another competition coming up anytime soon?
So we were going to do October 24. I don't think I'll be the weight I need to be in 24. So my coach, we have a set to possibly spring of 2025. Now everybody's like, oh my God, 2025. Yeah, that's what bodybuilding is.
Yeah.
Your body does not transform
Right.
just like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why when some people realize, like, man, I need to get in the gym, I'm all right.
Dude, I saw your body. I'm like, I can never see my body transforming like that in no matter of time.
No, it doesn't. It exactly. It took me. I started in November, August the year after. You know what I'm saying? Almost a year.
Do you still do any MMA stuff?
So, man, my coach Rob Nixon, friend. He's so mad at me probably, but like I want to. I really, and that's kind of been me and Dallas's thing. Like we're like, man, because Dallas is a damn beast. He never fought, he never did, but he's an athlete, of course.
Dude,
Y'all
he's
understand.
just, I get you.
He's like the dumbest athlete. Like I hate him because he's
Right. It's easy for him.
It's just like it's like natural, but like he does work hard,
Yeah.
but it's also natural too. So
Yeah.
when you work hard and it's natural, that's why you become an Olympian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So we always want to do some grappling contests. And I remember, and this is how I met Dallas.
Curious about this.
So I signed for a title fight. This was in 2011. I signed for a title fight in at the horse park in where's that at? The horse park.
It's just outside of Lexington, right?
Yep, it's Florence, Kentucky.
Okay.
I always remember the water. You ever see the water towers at Florence?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
absolutely.
Florence, Kentucky. So I signed for a title fight, and then as soon as I signed the contract, they asked me to go to night shift to be a supervisor. So it was like,
Oh, wow.
2011. So it was like,
Okay.
I say the money, really good money, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do them both. So I couldn't train with my team, but I could do conditioning. So I did conditioning at a gym that Dallas owned. It was called the Hint Center, and so I did the conditioning there, and that's where I met Dallas and Dallas.
That's how you guys met.
Yes,
Really?
in Lexington, Kentucky, and then I seen him in Campbellsville randomly at a supplement store. I was like, dude, what are you doing down here? I know you, because of course Dallas. At that time, he was the only one. There's a treadmill that can go to speed 25.
Oh my gosh.
And that was him.
He was the only one that could do it. It was abnormal. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck can go 25 miles an hour?
So I just took for granted you guys just kind of knew each other when Dallas came to Lebanon, but you guys had a history prior to
Way
that.
prior. That's why it was so crazy. Like,
Oh, wow.
It was meant to be. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And so, and then we met at a supplement store. We talked this, and I asked him, "Did you want to buy this gym?" And he's like, "No." And then, like months go later, and he's like, "Hey, you ready to buy?" I was like, "Yeah." And then, boom.
Rest is history.
Yeah. So
That is the craziest thing ever.
It is. And Dallas, even though if you meet Dallas and you talk to him, and you're for a friend in Dallas, you're like, "Is he really humble?" But dude, he's really, really humble.
He is.
Yeah.
Like if you really know
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
stats,
Yeah.
like if you put his stats, like he's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, very humble. So,
No.
and yeah.
That is so cool. That's such a story.
It's awesome, man. We love
Oh
Dallas.
my gosh. Lord, what a show. What a show, Woodyard. I just want to come over there and give you a hug, man.
Not after you called him sexy. Come on, man.
He is sexy, and I want to give him a hug. Both of those statements are true.
Lord have mercy.
I
You want to sit
stand-
next to him?
I stand by both of those statements.
Killing me.
No, I mean,
he's
it's
a
just
good
the way
dude,
it
man.
is.
Hey, I really thank you. I really, really thank y'all for, doing this. And, when we're out, in public and people ask me about you, like, y'all are amazing. And I really hope that things really come good to y'all. And I'm glad that you put me and Dallas together and then me and Dallas separately. I was nervous as shit coming here today. And, and
I get it, man.
And, I kind of know we kind of gave a little outside of the story. I just want people to understand, like, I came here at 14. I love this community. fucking love this community. You know, and we did a revitalization forum.
Yeah.
Damn you, if you own a business in town, help this town grow.
Yes.
We are, I mean, no, you cannot go nowhere else in Kentucky and find a damn job quicker than you can find here. You cannot build a life quicker than you can if you use your mind and your back and work strong. And you cannot find. I mean, I came from nothing.
Yeah, amen, brother.
Nothing, and I promise you, I am very happy.
No, dude. I gotta tell you, man, you're an inspiration. You're a guy when kids are out there and they're like, you know, my life is going nowhere. J-Bo, I'm gonna say, let me introduce you.
Yes.
To Shawn Woodyard.
And I'm a native. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I came here to this community, like, you know.
Yeah.
And
you're a success story. I mean, you know, for kids that are out there and they're just like, I can't do anything. No, listen, you don't know anything till you talk to this guy. Because when you hear the challenges that this guy endured, and now he is here, this can be you.
yes.
And so people need to know that story.
Yeah, and we're just growing. We're growing. And this is what's so crazy is Marion County isn't just like this. They're looking for that peak. I mean, we're looking for that takeoff. You tell me we're not. We're looking for that takeoff. We have every place you can go to look for that takeoff. Like, it's gonna, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be happy. And I can't wait till it happens. And
I'm with you.
Yes.
Now, before we wrap things up, I need to know something.
Okay.
On your whiteboard that Dallas made you put up in your house, what is that next goal that we're reaching for?
President of the United States.
No.
Owner of the Cooperage.
Yeah, I'll never get neither one of those, but I do know the owner of Cooperage. I do know him.
Good dude, right?
Oh, he is. Brad's a good dude. Yeah, and he's.
And the second man, Robbie McKenzie's a good dude too.
Oh yeah, Robbie is a good dude. I enjoy our conversations every time we talk. Like, yeah, everybody gets, and I do too. We all get nervous when Brad and Robbie comes around, but man,
of course.
But man, they are really good dudes. They just want to make sure that you're doing right. And
right.
I can tell you, from when I started Cooperage till now, that's a company that invests back into their company.
Oh, big time.
You know what I mean?
They invest back into their community too.
For sure. I think, well, I mean, we have, for the business wise, we got the Key Lounge.
Yes.
Yeah,
the Key Lounge.
I'm excited about that, brother.
It is, and I don't think Dallas is going to let that go. he's head set. You know, it's already further along than we thought. You know, we took a building that was, and y'all forgive me, was an eyesore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we have 3 guys now giving us a bid. We are painting this whole building and the building as soon as weather breaks. If we had enough weather to paint it now, we'd paint it now. But the outside of the building is going to look very presidential.
I've seen some pictures, and we've mentioned this before, J-Bo. It's kind of got that. I personally think it's kind of got that Irish theme, you know.
Oh, it does, dude.
I love it. I love it. It's going to be awesome.
Hey, I'm telling you, Dallas sends me videos, and if y'all know Dallas, he is when he gets a vision in his eye, it's not letting it go.
Nope.
I don't give a damn. Like,
yeah.
So, but we are the Trump Tower. Forgive me for saying Trump. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No, we love Trump.
I'm sorry if anybody listen. I love you still, but this building and the small building beside us will be painted. It will look really good. I think the Key Lounge will happen. I know it will happen. As far as me, hopefully I will be in some grappling tournaments.
Good.
I want to do I was 176 at actually when I weighed in, I was 180 at 4.6 body fat. I want to be at 195, 4.6 body fat. I will do grappling tournaments. So that's it. That's
on the board.
Let's do it like a little fundraiser.
Fundraiser?
Yeah, like a charitable deal. Like we'll do a J-Bo, Shawn Woodyard.
Here we go.
Like just a little fundraiser thing.
Dude,
No, we don't need no fundraiser. We just need support. hey, what we need is everybody that is listening to this, that is downtown. We are holding y'all's asses accountable.
Amen,
Yes.
To help us revitalize downtown.
I'm ready, man.
I agree.
Help
with
us.
you.
Help
I agree
us
with you.
grow this community. If you do it, hey, the studio is just going to thrive.
That's right.
Hey, we'll hang out the windows.
Again.
There you go. We've done that
We
before.
have done it, but we will hang out the damn windows and we will be live action.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, we'll have Turtle Man hanging out the damn windows.
We'll do it.
He'll do it. He'll be here.
Shawn Woodyard, you're a good dude, man.
I
mean,
appreciate y'all.
Listen, we appreciate what you and Dallas have done for us. We've got a beautiful studio. It's your studio.
No,
and
it's y'all's.
and
We
I hope
just-
you know that any guests that you have in town, this is your studio as well.
I don't think y'all can get this damn barrel out there.
I
think it's
It was put together in it.
Yeah, it's pretty much a fixture. Pretty much a fixture, brother. You are you're an inspiration. I don't care if you don't think you are. You are. You're an inspiration to every young person out there that believes that they have hit a wall, that they don't have a way out. You have shown that there is a way out.
Hey, I don't give a damn if you're from Marion County or if you need. I don't care if you're not from Marion County. If you need, hey, reach out to us. When life is getting tough, we will help you out. You need a job, we can get you a job.
Yeah.
We can do anything, man. Just reach out to us.
They can find you on Facebook, right?
Yes, for
Shawn
sure. Find me on
Woodyard.
Facebook. Hey, we can help you. We can help you grow in life, and I'm blessed. We're blessed. Am I not right?
You are 100%
we
true.
all are.
Brother, I love you, man. I appreciate you coming in today.
And thanks for the gift you brought us to Jefferson.
Absolutely.
Yes, I did.
That's
The
great.
So,
hey,
yeah.
the Jefferson's Reserve was given to a tour that we did for the new Jackson Distillery come. Y'all be excited for that. Don't hate that.
That's
all about it.
awesome. We've also drank a little special what do you call it, concoction. We can't go into a lot of details,
it's a nice
but it was a
little
great
cocktail.
concoction.
Yes, it was.
I'll just say that. yeah. There you go. J-Bo, we got a lot of exciting things to come. We got so many guests that we're going to have on the show, and we'll be back in the studio. It's still a lot of 2023 yet to come.
That's right. And look, tonight, while you're on Facebook, find G&G Productions
Absolutely.
and like them, because if you like football, basketball, any kind of sports, or anything local like parades,
Yep.
any kind of fundraisers, they are there for the community. Please like them on Facebook.
Yeah, shout out to G&G, man.
Love 'em.
They are there for. I love watching their sports.
Best thing about it is it's free. You can stream it right there to your television.
Oh, yeah.
It's like watching Monday Night Football,
Yes,
man.
they have.
It's awesome.
They have a production crew like nobody else.
They really do.
And when they show up, they have top-notch cameras, and they're bringing you the best of the best. It's awesome.
Yeah, Facebook Live, G&G. Make sure you check that out. We appreciate their sponsorship here on Two Shots on the Barrel. J-Bo, this has been a show that's been more than I could have expected.
Oh, yes. I loved it. Loved it. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming, buddy.
Appreciate you, Woodyard.
Y'all having me. Thank y'all very much.
And thanks for smoking 13 Cuban cigars with us.
Hey, they're not cute. They're like blunts.
That's the Woodyard version of a cigar.
Right.
That's the one that you can hold upside down and smoke it and be so cool.
But they will not stay lit.
They won't.
All right, that's going to do it for tonight's show. We appreciate you guys. As always, make sure you check out our Facebook page. We are always out there putting all kinds of great stuff. J-Bo every once in a while puts some kind of funky TikTok, so make sure you check that out too.
Yes.
But other than that, we appreciate you guys. Make sure you go out there, give us a great review.
Prayers for all the hunters out there.
Yeah. Get yourself a deer. How about that? That's it for Two Shots tonight. God bless you. We'll see you next time.
Good show, man. Yes, sir.